Oh, man. As you guys could tell, still a little ill, but you know what time it is. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns 2025 schedule review. This is going to be interesting, right? Of course, we've seen some leaks. Obviously, we know we play the Vikings week 5 in London, right? And then earlier today, it was revealed that the Browns will be facing the Bungles week 1 again. So that'll be fun. Having a go at it with Dashy for the next 3.5 or so months. Yay! Can't wait for that. How many wins for the Browns? I'll get into that in a minute, but yeah, so we're going to jump right into this thing. And I'm not really going to give a straight up record prediction until after training camp is over and we find out the final 53. But I will give like a right off the rip record prediction. But yeah, it'll probably change. Because obviously what this team does during the preseason will tell us a lot about how this team could look in the regular season. Like if they go out there and they just slaughter everybody in the preseason, if like the guys are looking great, they might be good. But if they could barely score points, it's like, well, damn, we're screwed. So with that being said, let's get into it. Yeah. As it is downpouring out right now. So, yeah, that's fun. Another classic downpour. Feels like it's been raining where I live every few days. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, if you had tied me up, blindfolded me, and dropped me where I live right now, I probably would have assumed I live somewhere like in the Amazon or something. Like you would have dropped me in Brazil because of how often it rains here. But yeah, so we're going to jump right into the schedule. And then afterwards, we're going to look at the Browns schedule release video that they cooked up for us. So with that being said, let's dive right in. And look at that, right off the bat. Of course, week 1 at home, 1:00 p.m., September 7th. We got the Bungles, and like I said, it was already revealed, so we knew this was coming. But week 2 at Baltimore. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Move myself to the side. Make myself a little smaller. Make the schedule a little bit bigger. There you go. Oh, yeah, that's better. In fact, I'll even do one better. There we go. Haha. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Bungles and Ravens to start it off. Lovely. And then, week 3. Hosting Green Bay. Ooh. Okay. So 3 straight 1:00 games. All right, cool. Then they go to Detroit. So we're facing all North teams. All right. We knock out 2 of our divisional rival games and then half the NFC North games. All right. Wow. Green Bay and Detroit. And once again, how we do in this first 4 weeks will tell us a lot about this team. They could go anywhere from 2-2. They ain't going 4-0. Hell nah. Nah. No, not even the inner delusional part of me says 4-0. What about 3-1? If Joe Flacco starts, 3-1 could happen, but 2-2 most likely. 1-3 probably will happen. We smoke in the Bungles week 1 like always. Oh, but what about last year? I'm going to consider last year an anomaly because that team was ass last year. Yeah, that team was just horrible last year. So I'm going to consider last year an anomaly. You know? So, yeah, we got the Bungles and then the Lions on the road. That'll be fun. And then we have the Vikings in London. So we literally face 3 straight NFC North teams. We knock out 3/4 of the freaking NFC North schedule in the first 5 weeks. Wow. That's actually crazy. And then we have Pittsburgh. Oh my God. Literally, is this a troll? Is this a troll job? Our first 6 games are against all North teams. Oh, God. Ha. Unreal. Unreal. And of course, it's at Pittsburgh, so we know how that's going to go. And then, of course, they have the... So wait, hold up. London to Pittsburgh. I don't even think the team's even going to be able to come home. They're going to have to go right from London to Pittsburgh. Now, luckily, it's not from London to West Coast. If they would have done us like that, oh hell no! I would have had to have a word with whoever makes the schedule. But luckily, it's only to Pittsburgh, so they could always, pit stop in Cleveland and then go to Pittsburgh. Not like they have to hop on a flight to Pittsburgh. They just have to get on a bus. Then they have Miami at home right afterwards. So that's interesting. Okay. The 19th at home. If I was going to go to a game, it would most likely be that one because that's the week of my birthday. And I'm going to try to go to a game, but I don't know if I really want to. I'm not going to make my decision until probably when the season starts. For sure. Especially if Shador's playing. If Shador's playing, then I might go, but who knows? What's up, Jacob? I'm going to a couple Browns games. Nice. And then week 8, we have the Patriots on the road. Okay. Awesome. Lovely. And then week 9, we have our bye. And then coming out of the bye, we have the Jets on the road. Week 10. And then we have a 4:25 game against the Ravens week 11. That's interesting. At home. Ooh. 4:25. That is a super rarity. The Browns having a 4 o'clock game at home. That's crazy. That's a rarity. Wow. Okay. And then the Raiders on the road, of course, 4:05. And then the Niners at home. Okay. And then they have the Titans at home. So this could potentially be Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward. Or Dylan Gabriel versus Cam Ward. Or it could be Joe Flacco versus Cam Ward. Or even more hilariously, Kenny Pickett versus Cam Ward. Of course, we're kind of hoping it's Shedeur by this point, but who knows? But the Titans at home, okay. Go to Chicago to face the Bears, week 15. Week 16, we have Buffalo at home. It's funny how we haven't played Buffalo at home since we beat them when we had Freddie. Remember that game? Rashard Higgins caught the go-ahead touchdown late. and they missed a field goal or something. I think we hit a field goal or something, and I thought there would be like a timeout, but nothing happened, so we won. I think they missed. Yeah, they missed a field goal. And I was like waiting for like a timeout. Nothing happened. So yeah, that was fun. It's been a while since we played Buffalo at home. In fact, the last time we played Buffalo at all, we had to go to Detroit because of the snowstorm. So, see what happens here. And then, of course, we have the Steelers, Week 17 at home, right after Christmas. And then, to wrap up the regular season, we have the Bungles on the road. And, wow. Okay. As far as preseason games, Carolina at 7 o'clock. Interesting. Friday. Philly, again, on the road, 1 o'clock. And then the Rams at home, Saturday at 1 o'clock. Wow. Now, it's important to note, the Browns will have two, not one, but two joint practices this year. And they're against Carolina and Philly. So that'll be fun. Yep. Get to see the guys going up against Bryce Young and Jalen Hurts and that. That'll be fun. So that's the schedule. If I had to give my honest thoughts right off the bat, in terms of like a win total, even the supreme homer in me can't go over 7. That's if we're playing like amazing God tier football. You know, I'm talking Judkins and Sampson are running amok on the ground, and like Joe Flacco's starting or whatever, maybe Shadour's starting and he's just tossing darts all over the place. Jerry Jeudy's having a career year. You know, everyone's just going crazy. Defense is back to its original form from 2 years ago. But yeah, 7 I think would be my ultimate high right now. Yeah. Who could you see us beating? Bungles week 1. I have us going win, loss, loss, win. I think we could beat the Vikings. Yeah. I want us to kick J.J. McCarthy's ass. That's the Buckeye fan in me talking right there. Yeah. Beat the Vikings. Lose to the Steelers. Probably gonna beat the Dolphins because, of course. Lose to the Patriots. Although we could beat them, but I don't know if that'll happen. Jets. I could see us beating the Jets. Honestly, we could. Ravens at home. You know how it is with the Ravens at home. We don't lose to them now. We're going to find a way to somehow beat them because that's what happens. It's weird. We always split with them. So I have us beating the Ravens. In fact, I have us once again splitting in the division. Until otherwise. Raiders on the road. L. Niners at home. Well, we beat them with PJ Walker, so yeah, we beaten them because, of course. Titans winning. Bears on the road. Right now, I could see us beating them. Bills loss. Steelers at home win. We don't even know who the quarterback is. You mean to tell me we lose in the Mason dumbass Rudolph? Hell no. What about Will Howard? Bruh. And then the Bungles on the road. Probably split. Again. But yeah, if the Steelers get Aaron Rodgers, then that'll change things. But right now, it's Will Howard or Mason Rudolph. Oh. kitty come and say hi. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Who's coming here to say hi? What are you doing? Okay. See ya. Random. How do I feel about 0 primetime games? I'm kind of shocked we don't have a Thursday. I'm actually shocked. Wow. Not a single primetime game. Ah, damn. Wow. All right. So with that, let's see here. Pull up my stream. Hang on, guys. I gotta pull up my stream here real quick. I'm going to show the Browns schedule release video that they published. See how it looks. Because, of course, right? So let's turn that off. All right. Pull up my stream. There you go, guys. All right. So here we go, guys. Here's the schedule release video for the Browns. Enjoy. I'm gonna mute myself so we could all enjoy together. Yeah. There you have it. That's the schedule release video. Shout out to the Browns content or digital team for cooking that up. Right off the bat, was that AI? Yeah, I think it was. The Browns really used AI for their video. That's interesting. At least it looks partially AI for the most part. So that's it for that. Going on 20 minutes. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. And I'm going to get back to watching this Knicks game. So with that being said, have a good rest of your night. and probably be back for some more basketball tomorrow. I think it'll be Nuggets and Thunder tomorrow, so I'll be live for that. And then we'll just keep going from there. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. This is not going to be a fun Brown season. I mean, it should be fun just watching the kids develop, but in terms of us being a competitive team, it might not be that much fun. I don't know. We'll see. I will say they aren't treating this like a tank team. I mean, I do like how the Browns went out and actually signed some decent players. This isn't like 2016-17, where they signed like no names. Like they actually want to compete. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So, but yeah, just after this year, it's got us Browns fans feeling skeptical. They got to prove us wrong here. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog, and I'll see you guys later for some more basketball, even though the Cavs season's over. Am I going to do a Cavs season recap? No, because I don't really want to talk about it right now. I might do it later, but not right now. So, with that being said, go Browns. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Yeah. Wow, Mix says we win 5. I say 7 at most right now. They could surprise us and win 8 or 9. Just because it's the Browns. It would be so Browns for these guys to have us thinking they're going to suck. And then they go out there and actually compete for a playoff spot. Well, we've had expectations the last couple of years and they've underperformed. Watch them go out there with no expectations at all and just kill it. Especially because we have 2 first-round picks. Oh well, we'll see what happens. But I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.